Breaking news, a man is dead in Collier County after an encounter with a bear. We have a reporter there live taking us through what happened right now at the scene. Next. And the changing face of Fort Myers Beach, what the town council is considering today. Breaking news, a man died after an encounter with a bear in Collier County. Thank you for counting on Gulf Coast News at noon. I'm Kelly Burns.
And I'm Zuri Hoffman. The encounter happened just after 7 o'clock this morning along State Road 29, just north of US 41 and Copeland. It's unclear if the bear attacked the man, but here is a look at the scene from Gulf Coast News reporter Alexa Velez. Now, this place is so remote that Alexa is joining us on the phone right now. Alexa, tell us what you're seeing out there at this moment.
Hi, guys. Good afternoon. Yeah, so right now we're next to the Big Cypress National Preserve. This is a very rural area. I'm told FWC is now leading this investigation. We see more than 24 FWC and Collier County Sheriff's vehicles. A large tent is set up. 2 crime scene vans are on site. We've seen a drone flying overhead. And we know that bear attacks on people are pretty rare in Florida, so this kind of response shows just how serious this situation is. The public information officer with FWC is coming from Miami, where we will be getting more information this afternoon. As soon as we find out more, we will let you know. I'll text you guys.
All right, Alexa, thank you very much. You could hear, again, she's in such a remote area that we're having trouble getting a signal out. But she is going to gather new information when crews from Miami arrive on the scene, officials, and they're trying to figure out exactly what happened. But again, a man has died in Collier County, an area of the Everglades known as Jerome between I-75 and US 41. After an encounter with a bear. Now, we have reported on other bear encounters for you, but there have been no documented deadly bear attacks in Florida involving a person, as far as we can tell from our research. The most recent incident, though, along the Gulf Coast was in 2018. This man says his life flashed before his eyes when he got up close with a bear in North Naples when he was walking his dog.
Was standing in front of me, and I tried to turn left real quick and get back in the house, and caught a uppercut from a from a brown or a black bear.
He's laughing about it now, but I'm sure it wasn't at the moment you saw the side of his face there. My goodness. Wildlife agents set up traps in the North Naples area along Dreamcatcher Circle, hoping to catch the bear, but were unable to do so.
So, of course, the question now, what do you do if you ever come across a bear? FWC says if you see a bear from a distance, you can enjoy the experience, but be careful. Do not move towards the bear. If the bear changes behavior, that's a sign that you are too close. If you encounter a bear at close range, FWC says to remain standing upright, speak to the bear calmly, and back away slowly. However, do not make any sudden movements. And if the bear attacks you, FWC says fight back aggressively. Do not play dead. Breaking news right now today, the Trump administration announcing it will pay $1,000 to illegal immigrants who self-deport out of the U.S. The Department of Homeland Security is calling the move travel assistance. It's the latest in a full-scale push to have people leave on their own rather than wait for ICE to begin a full and formal deportation. Homeland Security says this is also a good deal for taxpayers, given that the average cost to detain and deport an illegal immigrant is more than $17,000.
Hey, bro. Day, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet in your
All right, bro.
Cuss me out.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Please, bro. Please, okay, please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro.
The boat captain arrested for jumping onto another man's boat did not appear at his court hearing today. Millions of people have seen this video of Brock Horner and Gage Tolles arguing on the Peace River last month about speeding and lights under the bridge. Well, Punta Gorda police ended up arresting Horner on burglary with assault charges days after that video went viral. A judge set another court hearing for June for Horner.
When he jumped on my boat, that's when it went from, me just, all right, brushing this guy off to now fearing that I was going to die.
Since this boat rage video went viral, the victim of the incident, Gage Toll, spoke exclusively to Gulf Coast News about it. As you heard, he said he feared he was going to die, but says that wasn't an option.
I instantly threw the boat in gear. I tried to, slip him off or some way, get him off of my boat. He had so much grip over my T-top.
Tolles caught the whole situation on his GoPro camera.
My buddies told me, they're like, don't cast a line without that GoPro because you're going to regret it when you get a big fish. And ever since then, every time I wet my line, I keep my GoPro on me, ready to go.
Toll says he saw Horner's anger about 3 days before this happened. He says Horner sped past him and a friend around 5 a.m. The whole situation shook him to his core, but he says it's not shaking his love for reeling in the best catch.
Lawyers for the man who hired 2 men in Bonita Springs to kill his wife will argue in court today that his conviction should be overturned. Mark Sievers was found guilty in December 2019 of hiring hitmen to stage a home invasion in 2015. Sievers was trying to collect nearly $100,000 in life insurance benefits and is now trying to get his conviction reversed. Sievers is convicted of murdering his wife, Dr. Teresa Sievers, and is expected in court at 1:30. And since Dr. Teresa Sievers' death, her sister has since released a book. Annie Lisa says through finishing the book, she was able to find closure nearly a decade after her sister's murder. Annie says the mission of her late sister has continued.
My hope is that our book really helps support humanity right now. Like I said, people are scared, people feel powerless, and this book is to show them that, well, first of all, love never dies. We're conscious beings that go on forever, but most importantly, that we are not powerless.
The book is called What My Sister Told Me After She Was Murdered. Lisa says the book is a symbol of their unbreakable bond and their shared mission to help others.
From your Collier County News team, Gulf Coast News is pushing to find out who deputies arrested for a chase over the weekend. One of our viewers says a vehicle came flying down Collier Boulevard near Pine Ridge Road Saturday with deputies close behind. The same car was seen near the Oaks apartment complex with deputies surrounding it. The sheriff's office is telling us that 5 teenagers were arrested for taking a joyride in a stolen car.
Seems like kids are getting a bit out of hand right now. It's more than I would like. So seeing something like that, it's just kind of disconcerting that, things like that are spilling into our neck of the woods.
The sheriff's office says no one was hurt during the chase.
I'm just so happy he's okay and he gets to go home to his wife and kids.
From your Cape Coral News team, a truck driver who's a husband and a father is recovering after a serious crash caused a Pepsi semi-truck to land on its side. The crash happened Saturday morning along Gleason Parkway and Skyline Boulevard. One driver was on her way to downtown Cape Coral with her husband when she saw that truck flip over. She says she started speaking with the driver, who was thankfully conscious. She stayed by the driver's side until EMS arrived. Now, the woman says the top of the truck was taken off.
We apologize. We couldn't hear more from that woman there. Today, the city of Fort Myers wants to find ways to make biking, walking, getting around downtown easier for you. And some of those ideas include making roads only for walkers and bikers, shutting them off to traffic, as well as allowing golf carts, e-bikes, e-scooters on the roads. A lot to talk about. The city is expected to approve a study to see if any of these changes are a good idea, and count on us to let you know what they decide.
Fort Myers City Council is expected to discuss contracts for repairs to Rachel at the Well statue. Hurricane Ian damaged the statue in 2022. The statue itself is fixed, but work needs to be done in the area around it. The city of Fort Myers was then hit with a lawsuit after a different construction company said city leaders wanted to go in a new direction, but they claim they didn't go about it the right way.
It is frustrating because it is such a focal point on McGregor, and people drive by it and they wonder, and they see it as we're not recovered.
Well, the president of the Lee Trust for Historic Preservation is hoping for the Rachel at the Well project to be repaired ahead of hurricane season. The council meets at 4:30 this afternoon.
The public is weighing in about a new project on Fort Myers Beach. Town Council deciding whether to approve transforming Moss Marina into a 7-story hotel with different amenities. The Arches Bayfront Hotel would have about 260 rooms, along with dining, shopping, entertainment, all of this on the bay side of the island. One of just many projects the town is looking into as they rebuild from Hurricane Ian. Last month, the owner of Moss Marine revised the plan after feedback from residents.
A lot more charters and opportunities for people to go and see the water, get on the water and access it. You know, the Gulf side is great. It's a whole different experience. I think it's just a signal like this is really a turning point for the island and ready to come back.
A public hearing began at 9 this morning. A second and final hearing is scheduled for June 2nd. We'll let you know what they decide. Town Council also looking at whether to approve a boutique hotel in the heart of Times Square. This would go on the former site of the Sunset Grill. The 50-room hotel includes a pedestrian walkway over the road, shops, and a rooftop bar. Now, the planning agency rejected the idea last week, but it still goes to Town Council, who has the final say.
La Ola restaurant on Fort Myers Beach is finally planning to rebuild after operating out of a shipping container for the past few years. So take a look at these new images of what the restaurant will look like once work is completed. There's plenty of outdoor dining on both the ground and second floor. It's unclear when construction will begin. Overnight lane closures are continuing this week on Fort Myers Beach for work on the Matanzas Pass Bridge. FDOT says drivers should expect one lane to be closed on San Carlos Boulevards from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. each night through Thursday morning. And in Charlotte County, McGuire Park in Port Charlotte will be closed this week until Friday. Crews are installing park lighting there. Well, the deadline is fast approaching to get a real ID, how to beat the rush, and make your DMV appointment as smooth as possible.
And the city of Cape Coral wants you to consider helping them protect the shorelines, what you can do for our mangroves next.
And I'll be watching some showers and storms once again this afternoon, but as they push inland, some of them could be packing quite a punch. We'll talk about what we can be expecting for impacts and how much rainfall we could be seeing this afternoon. That's coming up in your Gulf Coast weather.